Friends, greeting, hello, what is up? Let's talk about two stocks in particular, two stocks that I'm very excited about this year, and try to keep this on point, what we're talking about here. So, obviously, I'm drinking the juice on Sofi. I've been drinking the juice on Sofi. If you've been here listening to me, you've seen it, you hear it, I'm there, I've been with it, okay? I am a ride or die Sofi at this point, okay? I'm in deep, baby. So, another day in the market today, a good day. Well, this is what we expected. Tomorrow will be another good day in the market. I mean, there shouldn't be any chaos, mad, zombie apocalypse news coming out right now in the market. Everyone's happy, excited. It's just fun out there right now. Tomorrow, last day of the market with Biden as our king, but after that, we got Monday, markets closed, but that's Trump's inauguration. He's the big head honcho after that day. 21st, Tuesday, market opens back up. It should be going freaking ballistic, okay? Now, here's where, really, listen. We're going to talk about Sofi first. Let's talk about Sofi first, and then I'm going to talk about BigBear.ai, just to kind of recap what we saw here. But Sofi. I remember 2 weeks ago here, maybe not even that, just like, I was telling people, like, please, we all were, everyone on YouTube was like, buy Sofi. For God's sakes, if you do anything today, buy Sofi. Why were we saying buy Sofi? Because I know a lot of it, for me especially, someone who is like obsessed with stocks, obsessed with the stock market, who watches this stuff day in and day out. I'm sitting here watching Sofi get these big deals. I'm watching Sofi kill these quarterlies. Their last quarterly, they nailed it beyond expectation. This one, we know it could be even bigger. Sofi just came out with this huge big deal today, this other loan deal, okay? It's online. You can read it. I'm not going to go over it in detail, but it's there. Everyone's talking about it, okay? This is another reason why the stock is shooting up. Sofi, okay? Sofi is raking in money right now. Their Q3 was amazing, okay? Q4 here to wrap up 2024 is going to be probably even bigger, which is going to shoot Sofi into at least that $18 low position going into the new year here, but more than likely a new high somewhere over $20, okay? There's no doubt about it. And on top of that, if we keep seeing these deals, these news situations happen with Sofi, it's going to keep pushing Sofi into a new realm. This is why, people for a long time, they talked about Sofi being kind of having a similar look to how Palantir ran. And obviously, for the person who wants to leave a comment right now, listen, two different, water and wine, I get it. These are two different companies, completely different, okay? But what I'm saying, I was watching Palantir when it was like struggling to hold $7, okay? But Palantir kept getting these little, semi deals, then some big deals. And then, Palantir ran to $15. It stayed there for a long time, it felt like. But then it just kept nailing quarterlies. It had a bigger quarterly. Then it got more deals, and then it started then the FOMO. Once it got to like in the mid 20s, it just started getting crazy, okay? And this is a situation that we could see with Sofi here. More than likely, I think it's coming because Sofi is growing. There is no doubt at this point, and everyone's saying it and everyone sees it. The writing's on the wall. Sofi is going to be one of the biggest banks here in the next decade. It is going to capture all the new young generation, their technology, how they advance themselves as a bank, what they do, loans, banking. My God, you can open a free account with them, and it's literally you can bank with them. You can credit cards, loans, all kinds of different loans. You can buy stocks with them, ETFs, crypto. I mean, it just goes on and on. I mean, it's right there in your palm. It's amazing. I don't work for Sofi. I'm just telling you, like, I have Sofi accounts, so like they're amazing. You should open up an account. It costs nothing. But with Sofi, with that, it shows you how good they are as a company. Now, Sofi, no doubt about it, is going to keep having a banging year. This is going to be such a growth year for Sofi. There's no doubt about that. And with Sofi moving up here, each quarterly, it's moving up at least like a $5 to $6 range here. This next one will more than likely solidify it going into a $20 range, which is going to be huge because, 3 months ago, you could have been buying SoFi at, $8, $7 on a rough day. But, this was still like just a one-digit number stock here, just a moment ago. Now look at it. People have more than doubled their money at this point, soon to be. On the 27th here of January, not next week, but the week after that, the market more than likely will still be doing very well, I would suspect, because it will still be going off of hype, Trump, everything, signing stuff. The market's just pumped up at that point. SoFi will probably be running just off that alone. I would not be surprised to see SoFi next week just hitting like a $17 to $18 range. I think that is very possible. What is so dangerous for people that are still on the fence and that still say that SoFi is going back to like $15 to $10? And I say that because I see the comments like you can only lead people to the well for so long where they have to choose to drink the water that's right there in front of them. We are getting to a moment here, to a place where people are not going to be able to catch SoFi. Just like Palantir, once Palantir took off, you couldn't catch it. SoFi is going to hit that moment here this year, no doubt about it. I think it's going to be more towards the summer. We're going to have to see a few more big quarterlies come out here, unless this next one that comes out here in 2 weeks is ginormous. SoFi, no doubt about it. It's going to shock people here, okay? With this next quarterly, we've already seen tidbits of information and breadcrumbs that have been released to us, like just these articles that are being released right now about this loan deal. And the fact that we know about this deal is so huge. You can put two and two together and know that a lot of that money is going to be right in this quarterly, okay? We are going into some waters that we haven't been before, some uncharted waters here with SoFi that are going to make people very rich. Friends, listen. Why do I repeat this so much right here? Because I do see people commenting where they say, like, listen, SoFi is not going to $20. SoFi is going back down to a $10 range. I get people can be hurt about stocks, okay? I get that, but SoFi is in growth season right now, okay? It is in growth season. This is a stock that has been holding this $15 to $16 position here. We had mass sell-off here in the market just, for 3 weeks straight from the feds, but it was an opportunity. That's why every time I made a video, I was like, this is opportunity. Don't look at this as like, woe is me, I made mistakes. No, push in. And if you pushed in at that moment, or you already set in and you bought more, you're doing very well right now. I would say most of you should be in profit range. SoFi is moving to $17. It's going to $18. $18 will soon be the low of SoFi, I guarantee you. Okay? We're going to get in a spot here. We're going to get in a spot where SoFi is going to price out average investors, okay? Where SoFi, now at a $20 stock, is, people are going like, well, I can't afford a whole share of SoFi, so now I'm buying fractional shares of it, which is totally fine and understandable. I get it completely. But SoFi is getting into a place where it's becoming a very expensive stock, and you're going to see SoFi start to do things that are going to shock you this year. SoFi is going to start to go in some pretty big ETFs. SoFi is going to start to be bought up here by big investment firms. SoFi, hopefully, we're all hoping so, maybe within, a year or two, maybe more, could be in a very real situation where we start talking about dividends, okay? Now, something really fun to think about, okay? Maybe let's really shoot out here. Let's go like, let's say 2030, okay? 5 years from now. SoFi gets so expensive, and hopefully this is sooner than later, SoFi gets so expensive, we start talking about, a stock split. And then on top of that, they're doing dividends. Friends, that is life-changing situation right there, because you start investing right now. Okay, think about that. Think about if you have 50 shares, 100 shares, 1,000 shares, and then you get caught into maybe just like, a 3-to-1 stock split with SoFi, just something very small. It would probably be something more than that, I would imagine, but something just small like that. And then there's like maybe just like a 10-cent dividend on each share. Friends, you're so ahead in the game right now with the average person walking around. I dare say than people that have had a retirement for 20 years, okay? For what you'd be bringing in on, a quarterly basis with dividends, with your initial investment, with where it's at, okay? Think about it this way. Think about it long term into where it's going. SoFi is not a company that's struggling to make a name right now. SoFi is there. It's made the name, okay? That's what it was doing all of 2023 and 2024. When COVID hit, SoFi was already a well-known stock and company, but COVID demolished it because of their loan program and student loan program situation. That's why the company took such a hit. Now it's back up and cooking better than it ever has been, okay? And it is more popular than it ever has been right now, and it is dominating the banking system right now. It is moving fast with money, fast with people making accounts with them. It is getting out of control, which is great for you as an investor, okay? So friends, I can't stress enough, listen, if you think SoFi is expensive right now, we'll talk again in 5 months with the same conversation, and it's going to be a different conversation because it's going to be it's going to be really expensive. Sometimes things just look as good as they are, and that's okay. Because listen, a lot of us have been here since $6, $7, $5. Okay, I remember when I was talking about SoFi when it was struggling to keep $5. Okay. That's a reality right there. I remember those videos when I was on here listen, guys, I know this is hard, but SoFi, they're doing good on quarterlies. They've been demolished because of COVID, but I promise you, sometime in the near future, this is going to be a heck of a stock to hold. Man. Oh man. If we could go back and buy SoFi at $5, wow. Because we know where it's going at this point, okay? It is going somewhere. Okay, talking about BigBear, I just talked about BigBear yesterday, so I don't want to hype on it too much. I know you guys don't want to hear me talk too much about it, but listen, bullet points of what's happening here with BigBear. This is very exciting news, okay? BigBear still not making money that we need right now. It's a 50-50 split, okay? But BigBear, there's a new CEO, Kevin here. Kevin's been with the company, but Kevin is now appointed CEO of BigBear. This is great because Kevin, we know, has ties with the Trump administration, okay? We know BigBear has been getting deals with the Navy, with the government, okay? So those are two big things, and we need those, okay? We love government contracts. Government contracts are it's as meat hanging off the bone. It's the juiciest deals to get, okay? For most of right now, with the evidence that we can see right now, okay, all we know is Kevin is the big boy right now. BigBear has made it to $4, okay? If BigBear can stay somewhere in a 3 to 50 cent range here for the next few months, I think that would be a win, okay? Because just a month ago we were buying BigBear at $2 or under $2. Obviously, these next quarterlies that come out to round out the year of 2024 here with BigBear, they're coming soon. Are they going to produce even expectations? I don't know. I'm not. It's hard to say. They have acquired some good deals here. It's just hard to say what we're about to see here. My big hope right now is that Kevin here, the new CEO, kind of comes out with a press conference, kind of revamps, gives a good interview about what he thinks. Kevin, if you're listening to me, please do this for us. Revamp, talk about BigBear, excitement, get people hyped. What are you doing? What's your plans? Who you want to work with? What do you want to do? Give us a Alex Karp interview here, okay? Be in your biking uniform, and look, just crazy, smart, and cool. That's all we're asking for at this point, okay? So with that, and obviously hopes that BigBear will continue to push in government contracts and just big contracts in general, okay? And start to talk about paying off their debt. That's what big investors like, and that's what scares them. Debt. They don't like debt, and they want to see debt paid off, okay? I'm talking about firms. I'm talking about people with lots of money here, okay? So, friends, it could be a banging year with BigBear, but I do want you to know, here comes the negative. I'm not planning much out of BigBear this year, okay? they got debt. They're not hitting quarterlies right now. It's a wild card. It is a wild card 100%. Okay. So please, if you're putting money into this, don't put money in this just because I'm talking about it. There are plenty of other stocks, okay, that if you got $5, $10, $20, like Sofi, I would tell any of you to put it in Sofi before you put it in Big Bear. Now, if you have money to burn, you're a risk taker, you're like, I'm looking for something exciting to pull my hair out about, Big Bear might be for you, okay? That's for us. But, Big Bear is not a stock where, I would tell someone that like, hey, this is going to work out. We don't know that this is going to work out at this point. We're just following some breadcrumbs. They've got some good, government contracts here. Now, Kevin, who has ties with Trump administration, and we know what's the main thing that Trump loves to spend money on? Defense, military contracts, stuff like that. So that's what we're hoping continues here with Big Bear. It's just a shot in the dark. It's just, that's all it is right now. We're hoping. Friends, listen, I really do wish all of you the best of luck out there. It is going to be an exciting Friday here. We're going to end the market here good. I'm excited. After that, I will give my update about DJT here. I think DJT, honestly, it's holding this $40 position. I am curious to see what it can do tomorrow. I have not sold out of that position yet. If anything, I will sell out of it Tuesday because I think Tuesday, regardless, it'll do well. But we'll see what happens here. I'll give an update about it. But tomorrow, I'm very excited about what's going to happen here. Friends, sometimes some stocks are just good. They're just Palantir, SoFi, AMD, Nvidia, Tesla. It goes on and on. There's so much golden opportunity right now to put your money into. It's such an age to be an investor right now, where you have so many things to choose from. You don't have enough capital to, just divide it all. And I totally get that. So, it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be an investor. It really is. And especially if you love this stuff and you're obsessed with it, like me. It's a wild time to watch it all unfold. Friends, take care of yourself. Bye, everyone.